And hello everyone! Welcome back to part 8 of my Let's Play through A Realm Reborn. This is Myrokos, and to recap, when we left off I was having trouble with the queue for Hawkeye Manor. Hopefully the time of day is not going to be a problem. So let's get in. Queue up and let's just see what we get. I'm pretty certain there is a simplicity pattern for this type of cloak coat thing, though the cat ears would be an addition to Factor 4. in we go. Okay, so I got a piece of loot. Oh, what a charming person. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irresponsible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer, Ascian of the 12th Staff. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, yet it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength from Master La Habrea. The task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Huh. So now I'm a bringer of light. Okay. Okay, so there are red-masked Asians and black-masked Asians. And the black ones appear to be subservient to the red one. Of course, where there's one, there's always more. Here, Sandel, about that matter at Hawkeye Manor. You are returned! What sight awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. To sum it up, she kinda turned herself into a void scent and killed everyone else who served her within the mansion. Turning them into skeletons and also summoning more void scent. Not a good time. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. That guy's too harsh on himself. Okay, now we go to report to Minfidia. Use a Jasper bait, okay. Huh, Thancred, what's wrong? Ah, Myrokos, pray do not concern yourself with my welfare. My current investigation has yielded some curious results, and at present I am pondering how best to proceed. Hasn't changed. Yeah, none of the dialogue here appears to have changed, if I had to guess. Yeah, living is still, for some reason, raking stone. At least this, person here is very kindly trying to, you don't have to do that. waifu. Welcome back, Myrokos. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the Twelves Wood? Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. And a level 20 weapon. Wrath of the Titan. Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow Scions on a new development. Yeah, I think I'm going to be forever stuck with about 10 levels above the MSQ. Oops.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Do they now?
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
What?
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Mervip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The Echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Yeah, that's not
So
who
you will
I
accept?
am.
Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa-Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory.
Well, this dialogue sounds like it's coming off flat. But voice dialogue is better than no voice dialogue.
You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar.
How?
Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Thank you for agreeing to handle Titan and the kobolds. As Y'shtola mentioned, the mission will be fraught with danger, so we will want to spare no preparation. I shall look forward to your triumphant return, as shall all your comrades. Go with the blessing of the crystal. Thank you. Someone new. No matter one's past transgressions, all who have seen the dream are welcome, even men such as we. I have heard offers such as these before. All were not more than bait for the hangman's noose. Yeah, I don't think that's the way of the Scions. Looks like the antecedents found herself a good crop of aspiring heroes. I reckon yours will be alright as long as these fine folk are around to protect her. I am told you are one of our finest, Myrokos. I suspect we will see much more of each other in the future. As the primals fall, so do our spirits soar. Though mine aid be but modest, I nonetheless am hardened in my duties. Okay. I don't want to believe that Master Garland is dead. The chief wasn't the type to cut and run off. He would have gone to Cartano. He would have been there when Dalamud fell, which means... if there's anything we can do to help, but no matter how small, just ask. Broken carriage axle, cracked barrel, hells, even a leaky bucket. Say the word and we'll fix it. That's nice. Owly. Guarding Noraxia is a prestigious duty indeed. Arnveld is right to be excited. Arnveld is just guarding a Brussels sprout? Okay, but he has never crossed swords with a Garland before. I worry what will happen if he is forced to confront his father's countrymen. Arnvald is half Garland? Congratulate the boy Myrokos, chosen by the antecedent as the Self's bodyguard. What an honor. Of course, this means his dusty rags will no longer suffice. I say we get the boy a shiny new suit of silver armor, the kind the Sultan Swan wear. We split the cost evenly and surprise him. Not bad, eh? Oh, that doesn't sound bad at all. Myrokos, have you heard? I've been chosen to serve as Noraxia's bodyguard. There have been increasing reports of Imperial activity in Thanalan, and so the antecedent insists that our guest be escorted whenever venturing outside. I know how hard you of all people worked to endear us to the Selfs. I swear to you that I will guard our honored guest with my life, and not allow your efforts to come to naught. Just hit repair, and then is there anything? Oh, right. Okay. Herbert, with this many people here, we need a culinarian of our own. We can't subsist on rations and preserved foodstuffs forever. Okay. Ida is on her way to Gridania to request the aid of the Order of the Twin Adder. In the meantime, we must learn all we can of the Primal Titan. Literature may yield us the odd morsel of useful information, but there is no surer way than to seek the former members of the Company of Heroes. Alright. The Waking Sands sure is busy these days. Fresh-faced venturers eager to make their mark. Famous folk like you running off to face the bleeding Lord of Crags. Maybe it's time for me and the boys to retire. Venturing's a dangerous calling, after all. Be a little slow, be a little late, just once, and that's that. Leaving. You'll not believe it, but I've been summoned by Lady Minfilia. Do you suppose that she has an assignment for me? Maybe she does, but given Arnvald's assignment, I don't know what to expect. What I would not give to have something to fight for again, and yet I must not be overeager. Wait, Noraxia has turned into a person? This one has finally figured out a way to make walking ones be quiet. What does friendly one think? This one is very convincing, yes? Yes you are, but people don't typically stand on barrels. Still, good job on the glamour. Okay. Nice. Alright, now what we need to do is speak with Rashtat Riki. Proving new depths. Well, I could unlock that dungeon, but I think I'll focus on MSQ. One of the advantages of the Waking Sands being here is that it's relatively short to get to Limsa. Ah, fog. If I do another magic DPS job, I certainly have the gear for it. Let's see, where... Okay, so I need to get to the aft castle. What have you got for me on Titan? Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you were the guest we were told to expect. Forgive me, sir. To business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing numbers from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Oh, hey. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Myrokos. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Myrokos personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the Kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address the primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we turned to. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the signs of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right. Yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? Yeah, that sounds like something you wouldn't want to transgress. And was it not the Laminsans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? That's a perfectly valid point. If Limsa has been seizing land, then the kobolds are well within their right to be angry and do what they must. Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it. Yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa's citizenry are of course of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but this need is great. Can I count on your help, Myrokos? Of course. You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosha. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird. Not impossible, just weird. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Okay. Speak with, Tracton. Okay, so where is this person? The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in the history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I have never before met one of their members face to face. I imagined that a warrior who had toppled both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory. He seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. True enough. Lay down your burdens, son. Come drain a pint with me. We'll have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring? Eh? You want to know about the Company of Heroes? Ah, hells, price of bleeding fame. Can't a mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it won't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tractum was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Tales from the Titus Slayer. Titus? Tractum is eager to regale you with stories. I thought it was Titan, not Titus. Tractum is eager to regale you with stories of his glory days. So you want to hear the tale of how the Company of Heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, Titan. Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took. Titan. And when he hit you, boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Just like that. I could have sworn it was Titan. Oi, what's that look for? I'm a goddamned hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here. Alright, do that, then we'll talk. Okay, I killed your rats. Yeah, so the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Save me the hassle of... never mind. Silver circlet, got it. All classes. Yeah, definitely go with that. Although, I'm going to raise a chest, it's going to be a little difficult. Hungry gobboos. Track them appears to be ignoring you. What? You're still asking about how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy, the kind only a veteran at 10-score battles could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do. Why do I doubt that? But unless you prove you have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a guru. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman might, like myself. Any road. Why don't you try heading due west and stand at the lookout in case a guru comes calling? Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Why do I have a feeling like I'm doing chores? There, I killed your guru. Eh? You again? Then that guru that was harassing the millers is dead. Didn't think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. What are you talking about? I just took care of it and it took little to no time at all. I'm still not sure if I should tell you our secrets. Do you even have any? The Laminson Way. Tractum remains unconvinced of your readiness to defeat the dread primal Titus. It's Titan. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you've got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew, Tractum. You in here drinking again? If you are, that guru had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have my word on that. Cleave the beast's skull in two with a trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend say if I ask him? He'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Tractum who slew the Gabu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Tractum, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. The legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. I won't. See, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside, will learn the truth the Leminson way. Tractum, if you didn't slay the Gobu, you may consider your contract revoked. Yeah, 'cause he didn't. Okay, duty calls, commence battle for the Minson Way. Alright, you know, it's first roll the... Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blubbering, Tractum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, that last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but when you went and believed me, so look, his name is Whiskate. Alright, Whiskate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus. Titan. Or whatever the hell that thing's name is. It's Titan. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Sorry about this, I went a little bit too far, it would seem. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourself heroes, then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with a power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogamoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruju, his estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, then you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamora. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. No pressure. Next that. Wiskite would first like to verify that you are not a complete fraud. Master Gigaruju's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like you to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx that has recently been seen prowling the beach a Nyx has been recently seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Yes, and here's your Nyx leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but he knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. I know that guy. That guy was annoying. A modest proposal. Riskyte has an important mission for you. 2 highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the future, and Master Gegaruju wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gegaruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Myrokos, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chief requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, you will have to travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonell at Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Okay, so South Shroud. Huh. Okay, I have Quarry Mill. I do not have... So I guess I'll go to Quarry Mill and then walk the rest of the way. Never doubt that Camp Tranquil has a powerful protector in the 6th Spear. You have heard of the prowess of Captain Landonell. Of that I am certain. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Myrokos. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantos. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Trial by Turtle. Landonel needs to explain a few things to you. And okay, we're starting to get some materia. Let me be clear. This business between you, me, and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly and good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I shall fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantos egg in a nest near the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. Ha 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 ha. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes of Myrokos. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. Oh, ye of little faith. So this person is a white mage. Okay. And of course it is right here where... I don't know what that guy was fretting over. That didn't really take much. Kind of weird that I can go through that. But okay. I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. I do. Here's your stupid egg. Ha 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 ha. Such bravery, such recklessness. That will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod Noon. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Myrokos. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Whisket sends to me. I haven't the foggiest idea what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. the perfect prey. Uodnun wants you to hunt the most dangerous game. And with this, you get level 3 of this, you get level 3 level 2. Alright, let's go and check it. Persistent little bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that Adamantos egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and I am now the Nun. Many years ago I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position. It is why I still hold it, and it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat a veteran. For this I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go. Slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. Okay. Okay, so I gotta use the spear. Okay, bloodied Gisarn. A trophy claimed by Uodnun from the dying hands of an Amalja warrior. Oop. Nearly ran headlong into that sandworm. So far, this doesn't seem to be particularly difficult. Tell me, adventurer, is our old nemesis dead? Yeah, crude necklace, a confusion of teeth, bones, and claws strung into a piece of leather, supposedly from the pattern in which the items were ordered. Other Amalja can glean the name and rank from the necklace's wearer. 'Tis a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear? It belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Yeah, definitely go with the velveteen gloves. And that's what they look like, yeah. When the worm turns, Lord Nun is finally willing to tell you of the ingredient you seek. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what must be, on what cannot be. You have the Wellwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Wellwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey upon the smaller creatures of the Saguli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location where Wellwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into the feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Yeah, I got you your meat. A large round slice of Walwick worm white meat. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Myrokos. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wiskite. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Wiskite's counsel. But hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there is something I would like you to deliver to him for me. There and back again. Uodnun would like you to deliver a gift to Wiskite. Probably got the padded velveteen in case. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was reckless, and I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company of heroes. And he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Wiskite was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that it is still the case now. Please give him my regards, Myrokos. Okay, now I gotta go back to Costa del Sol. Well met, Myrokos. Landino and Uodnun both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Yeah, I got this brandy wine for you. A deep caramel-colored spirit made from twice distilled fine red wine and then aging it in rosewood barrels for at least 30 summers. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. Or is it noon? Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. The things we do for cheese. Wiskite would like to tell you about the final ingredient needed for the banquet. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear that the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozan Nazan. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. What's the hurry, Venturer? Eh? Something happened over at the Gobi settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? Yep. If you like what you've seen so far, please give me a follow on Twitch, and like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Shock. Tongue flaps of Westgate be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplanders come for taste a fresh Gobi treats, yes? Quest prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobi flock from homes. Gobi flock needs goodly Uplander. Give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Okay, so now we wait. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty thing. Brayflock's happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet, gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brayflock's every say. Longstop is home of Gobbyflock, crafty built by Gobby hands. Then Flighty Beast comes and claims the Longstopper's lair. Brayflox cannot abide. Brayflox and Gobbyflock back take with Uplander hand blending. Okay. I'm gonna be lazy and just do teleport. Is that, yeah, I gather you solved Brayfox's little problem. Goblin cheese, the pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese veined with blue-green mold is most comparable to the warm damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it is a delicacy, but then again they have their own masks to filter out the aroma. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is, definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. I need to repair. Just taking a brief pause to do that. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Oh my god, another thing? I mean, didn't I bring you the wine? Or like, whatever, Skype would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Myrokos. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani Another former member of the company. Of course she is. All you have to do is give him didn't you just say she? All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need the wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lamani my regards. Hi, dear. I know him. Yes, hello. Well, that fell off the desk. We're going to Rain Country Gully. Are you coming along? Yes, I am. Well-met traveler, blah blah blah. I just want to get this stuff going. Here's Shamani Lomani. Sweet grime and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? This order slip. An order made out to Wineport, Venture Shamani Lamani. An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume, costed us all, and there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Durstwaite and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast. Hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. Well, one loses his vision. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. An offer you can refuse. Shamani Lamani would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary. Of course, say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Muscat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintners in town are hoarded by Berglund, who owns and operates the largest winery in Velbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. Yeah, what is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. A neophyte vintner bids you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goober urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. Oh, charming. I take it he said no? Really? In those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. Well, there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. Shaman Elamani has another bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, most complex, most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, once I had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh, and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed everything. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Berglund to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with one of them. Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Most unfortunate. No entry there. Bacchus wine. Bah, don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never count on a bloody primal showing up. Never counted on a bloody primal showing up, blowing up my goddamned house. So he had wine, but the Calamity claimed it. Rough times for everyone, I guess. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage, it is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Oglamoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I had realized there was still so much I could experience. Even in my condition, it helped me to find a new direction in life. Oh, that's good to hear. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Give a man a drink. Shamani Lomani appears to be in deep thought. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there was much amiss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. Have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helps me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dressed sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully Docks, so perhaps Rislet can tell you where to find him. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit. I toss him a few gil when he, need an extra pair of when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the severed string. What do you want? Lamani Rosso. Shamani Lamani's first attempt at winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? That weight, dressed as suffering from extreme duress. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. Okay, so we gotta eliminate some pests. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even a Garland. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Poor guy. Battle scars. Drest appears to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes a fine wine. See? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. It has been some time, Myrokos. What news do you have of Drest? He wanted me to give you this palm wine. Sap of a palm tree fermented inside an island coconut shell, far more potent than wine made from grapes. Palm wine, if brewed for too long, can cause loss of eyesight or even death. Huh. Charming. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Myrokos. It was a very good year. Shamani Lamani is brimming with glee, and he wishes to share the reason why with you. By the gods, Myrokos, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about dressed palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain. These are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Rangecatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. But if we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Come on, I don't have time to run these errands. Oh, hello again. What is it? Bacchus grapeleaf. A broad green leaf from a thought-to-be extinct Bacchus grapevine. It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south. It doesn't see any I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. What the matter? Saying it's time to go to bed? What did Rust have to say, Myrokos? Tell me everything. Bacchus grapevine. A cutting from a Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to be long extinct. Ahaha, I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice inventor could... Oh, we could. 12 of my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? What? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglund. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label. Could it possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time, but now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gegoruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Myrokos. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray, deliver the wine to Captain Muscat. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it. But I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Always get turned around with those Aetherites. And of course, I had a feeling it would be raining. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Okay. Bacchus wine, a vintage from the year 1547 of the 6th astral era. Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Myrokos. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. It's after 3 a.m. now. Oh, with that, I'll save the cat girls for later. What do you think? Yeah. Is this still as concerned for your well-being? In which case, I probably should hold off. Yeah. I think I'll hold off, and hopefully you can save the cat girls for better weather. So this is, Myrokos signing off. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give a follow on Twitch if you'd like to keep apprised of the next time I go live. Until then, and see you anon, friends.